Let me get my microphone up here. Hello, YouTube and TikTok fam. This is our Mondays live at 5 time for coaching, for motivating you in your teacher business, and so much more. Today I'm going to be chatting about how I wanted to quit, you guys. I wanted to quit and give up after having a business for a few years and how I pulled through and built a 6-figure business. So you're going to learn all the juice here. So TikTok, I'm going to be looking at both YouTube and TikTok. So YouTube, if I'm looking this way, it's just my TikTok fam here. So we're all good. We're all good. Take a sip of my water. It is a hot mess Monday. So if you're watching live or the replay, if it's a hot mess Monday for you, put in the chat. Is it a hot mess Monday or is it a no mess Monday? Let me know in the chat. How are you feeling today? It looks like my TikTok fam is slow today on Monday. I heard it was a day off from school. And I don't know like why. Must be one of the fall breaks or something like that. So let's get into it. And TikTok, feel free also, if you have any questions, you can put them in the TikTok chat. And YouTube, if you have any questions, you can put it in the YouTube chat as well. So my story is kind of, started 3 years ago. A lot of you guys know my OG story, right? A lot of you on YouTube here, you knew me being the OutSchool queen. Am I right? Who is anyone here that teaches on OutSchool? Put a yes in the chat or put a me in the chat. Anyone on TikTok ever heard of OutSchool? Put a me in the chat. So basically, you know me as the OutSchool queen, right? I mean, I built up this incredible social media presence for OutSchool, talking about online teaching, all that jazz. And that was my first business, was being an online teacher. And it was awesome, you guys. Like coming from the classroom to online teaching, I was living it up. I woke up in the morning, started my workday at 10 a.m., started teaching violin lessons, and then I would have like a 2-3 hour break in the middle of the day, and I teach my singing clubs. Oh, yes, I teach on OutSchool. Hello, fellow OutSchool teacher. Awesome. So I loved it. And I did that, you guys, for 2.5 years. That's the business I started with, is online teaching. I started with VIP Kid, straight to OutSchool, and I did that for 2.5 years. So it was a long run. It was a long run. And there got to be a point in time where I felt a little limited. And I don't know if you teach on OutSchool, if you've ever felt limited, but I felt a little limited with the time. Number one, the time. Number two, the location. So I wanted to be able to travel to different countries. I wanted to be able to work at a coffee shop in the middle of the day, just because I wanted to be able to have like this full freedom of my schedule and be able to do things in the middle of the week versus just having to sort of sit at the computer, teach back-to-back classes all day, every day. And it was sort of draining, right? If you teach on OutSchool, let me know if you feel the same in the chat, because I felt drained. I felt like I had to sit down and be at the computer. And then the big whopper came when I got COVID, you guys. I got COVID in, when was it? Last September was when I started, like the end of September, like a full year ago. So I got COVID, and then it did something to my nerves and my muscles. And I had nerve and muscle damage. It was insane. And I actually had to go to the ER, and I couldn't actually sit up and teach my classes every day like this. So at that point, I was like, I knew something had to change. Plus, I wanted a little bit more location independence and freedom of time, right? I wanted to make some passive income. Whoop, whoop. Put a me in the chat if you want to make some passive income, you guys. Woo. Okay. Also, YouTube. Where my YouTube fam at? TikTok is crushing it with the messages. TikTok, I want to see some more messages from you. I saw one message from TikTok. I see 0 from YouTube. Hashtag YouTube. Come on. This is a competition. Okay. So anyways, that happened. So at this point in time, I had a membership called the Limitless membership, which is, you probably know, maybe you don't know, but the Limitless membership is my signature membership for teachers and teacherpreneurs who want to crush it and learn the daily actions, how to post, what to post, how to sell, how to grow and sell on TikTok and Instagram to build your 6-figure business. Amen? Amen. So TikTok or Limitless was always here. I loved Limitless. I loved teaching Limitless. I loved the membership. But I was honestly struggling to go full-time in my coaching business, which would give me, again, that freedom of time to not teach back to back to back to back to back. And also that freedom of environment to be able to travel, right? To be able to travel. Like, for instance, hint, hint, I have now reached my goal, hint, hint. But basically now, like, my birthday week, it's like my husband was like, hey, like a few days before, he's like, hey, let's get up on a Tuesday. Let's go to the beach. Let's go to Atlantic City. Yes, by the way, I live near Philadelphia. So if anyone else lives near this area, let me know in the chat. But basically, he was like, let's go to the Atlantic City beach. Okay, so we went up. He got a suite. We went to Atlantic City during the middle of the week. It was awesome. I was able to check in with my clients. I was still able to post on social media. Like, this is the beauty of a coaching business, which is what I do now, which is where you can literally just run your business from a phone, right? You can run your business from a phone. So you literally, it's like you take your job with you, okay? You're taking your phone with you, right? So, this is the life that I wanted at the time, but I wasn't able to do that because I couldn't just take my phone with me. I had to take my computer and my webcam and my violin and the piano, and I had to find a place where people didn't mind me singing because I was a singing teacher, right? So, any fellow music teachers in the room, let me know. So basically, at that point, I was literally like, I had COVID. I wanted to go full time in my coaching business. And I was literally like, either I burn this business down to the ground or I build it up with support. I learn how to sell. I learned how to create content that speaks to my dream clients. Because at the time, I really wasn't getting my dream clients. I wasn't getting people who were interested in building their businesses. I wasn't getting teachers who wanted to put in the work, you know? And I wanted movers. I wanted movers and shakers. Heck yes, I wanted movers and shakers. If you have a business right now, put in the chat what you do. What do you do in your business? Let me know. And also in YouTube, let me know. So basically, that's what I wanted. I wanted to have consistent, at the time, I just wanted to have consistent 4K, 5K months. And so I set out, I invested in support. I invested in a one-to-one mentor. We got to work, okay? WERK, work. We got to work. And I started learning about how to sell, you know? I showed up on Instagram stories every single day and sold on Instagram stories. You guys, I treat my Instagram stories like it's its own app. I don't even put Instagram stories with the feed. Like, I treat Instagram stories like the holy grail of sales. And if you're not doing that yet, you're missing out on thousands upon thousands upon thousands. I built my 6-figure business. 90% of those sales, I would even say 95, come from Instagram stories. Like, it is the holy grail of sales. That is where your hottest leads come from. That is where your hottest customers, hottest dream clients come from. Think about it this way. When you go on Instagram stories, those people actually want to see your stuff. Like, they like you already. You don't have to convince them to like you. They like you. They know you. They've built a sense of trust with you. Those are what I like to call the locals. The locals of a restaurant, right? The locals of a restaurant or even a bar, right? Those people who are always like at this restaurant, maybe at the bar, and they come like every day or every week or whatever it is. Not saying that's healthy or whatever, but we all know it's true, right? And they make up 90% of the revenue of the restaurant, correct? Correct? The locals. Put locals in the chat. This is who we want to attract, the locals, okay? So basically on your Instagram stories, that's where your locals are at. I mean, literally think of it like a restaurant or a bar. You know, those are the people that actually want to come into your world every single day. So that's why I treat my IG stories like it's its private app. And that is like where I showcase all my offers, where everyone sees the behind the scenes, the inspiration, the motivation. Like, you know, I'm bringing my A game to IG stories. And I believe that's a huge part of why I was able to build a six-figure business this quickly. So, I don't even know where we were at, but anyways, I started taking that seriously. I started posting every single day. I actually was posting every single day before, but I was just like posting to post. And I wasn't actually looking at my content and saying, where do I need to tweak this to activate my audience more? You know, like if something wasn't performing well, if something wasn't getting engagement, like right now, even it's not even perfect right now, but like I tweak and refine my approach every single day. And I'm always there looking at the data. Like you've seen a couple viral videos or a couple videos where it's like it's got like tons and tons of comments, right? And that's because I know what activates my audience. I know where my dream clients are hanging out and what they want to see, right? I know what activates them. So, why is this important? You got to activate your audience to actually make sales, you guys. Transaction equals transformation. Sales equals you're giving someone a service, right? So if you're not making sales in your business, that's the whole point. Your business is to change lives, right? Put a yes in the chat if that's you. Your business is to change lives. So if you're not making sales in your business, if you're not getting transactions every single week, clients every single week in your business, you're not changing lives. So you got to treat selling like it's an actual like good thing, like it's a gift that you're giving your audience, not like it's coal at Christmas time, right? It's not the coal. It's the gift. It's the beautifully wrapped gift present that you get at Christmas time. So selling is a service, okay? So anyways, I treated selling like a service. I showed up more. I refined, I tweaked, I leaned into my mentorship, and I even joined a mastermind in January 3 months later. Because here's the thing, you guys. At the time, did it make sense necessarily financially for me to invest, physically for me to invest? No. I had COVID. I was going to physical therapy every single morning at 7 a.m. every single morning. And it wasn't even working, you guys. I tried everything chiropractor, acupuncture, physical therapy, and I could not move my neck. Like to save my life, I could not move my neck. And at the same time, I was teaching online classes and it was painful, right? The last thing I wanted to do was show up on Zoom with a mentor. But I did. Why? Because I invested when it didn't make sense so that my life could be easier later down the line, right? Investing in support is not something you do when you're perfectly ready. It's not something you do when you have time. It's not something you do necessarily all the time when you're at your financial goal. Like you invest to make more money. You invest to get more time. You invest to set good, sustainable practices in your business so that you can scale sustainably. You can scale to six figures with the right moves, do more of the right things so that you're not constantly doing a million things at once. Amen? A million things at once and not getting any results. That to me is chaos. And that to me is, it looks like it's going to burn yourself out. You're going to end up burning yourself out doing a million things, million of the wrong moves and 10% of the right moves. So investing in support, investing in a mastermind is something that you can do to 100 times your growth, 100 times faster, with doing way less of the wrong moves and being way less overwhelmed, right? So that is why I went all in. So in January, I was making $1,000 a month in my coaching business. And get this, with the daily actions, with leaning into support, and with launching an offer that I thought would not sell out, a group coaching offer, but I loved it. It was called Teacher Transformed. I loved it. It helped teachers create their first offer online that they could launch and sell. I loved this offer so much. And I went up there and I did it scary. I had never launched a group coaching program, and it was a high ticket group coaching program. And I launched it and I made $20,000 in the month of March, 8 weeks later. 8 weeks later. You guys, I want you to imagine this 8 weeks from now. When is that? End of November, Thanksgiving. You could be full-time in your coaching business, in your online business. What would that look like for you? How would you feel? That was life-changing to me. I'll tell you how I felt. Okay? 8 weeks. I was not even expecting that. All of a sudden, Outschool became my side hustle. I was teaching online for Outschool. It became my side hustle. I actually decided to let go of my classes. And I decided to go all in on my coaching business because at that point, I was making $7,000 a month. Whoop, whoop. I didn't have to teach on Outschool. And my time completely freed up during the day. I could wake up in the morning. I always like to say this. I don't wake up with alarms. But that's beside the point. So I wake up in the morning, no alarms, nothing to get to. I get to, oh my gosh, I just got a message from someone who's coming back to the Limitless membership. You guys, whoop, whoop. Okay. So anyway, I get these emails and then I get really distracted. Anyone like me? Put in the chat. So anyway, distractions. So, I could basically wake up. I was going to coffee shops. I was visiting my parents at the time. I went to coffee shops with my mom. And then I went and worked at this cute little coffee shop. It had like an office at the top. And, I was like, literally you'll see videos from that time where I'm like in the hot tub with my parents and all this stuff. And I was able to go to the Bahamas with my parents, which I would have had to say no to if I was teaching on Outschool, because I wouldn't be able to take 2 weeks off from teaching my classes, or else that month was going to be like a $1,000 month. And I could not do that in my business because I was barely scraping by $4,000, $5,000 months on Outschool, barely scraping by. I no longer had to be on all the time. You know what on feels like, teachers? Like when you're always on. Put it in the chat if you feel me. Like put in the chat, put yes in the chat if you feel me. Like you always have to be on. It's like you always have to perform, right? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but let me know. Maybe I'm just the only one who feels that way. But I didn't want to be, on all the time, right? So with my online coaching business, with that whole shift in March, I didn't have to be. I show up a total of 5 hours or less a week in my business. Like 5 hours or less. And when I mean that, like with my clients, right? Being on. With my clients, I want to give my all. I want to go 100,000% all in. I want to be fully present for them. But I only have to do that for 5 hours or less a week. I don't have to do it for 20, 25, 40, 50 hours a week like I did in the classroom and online teaching. And that just took such a load off of my shoulders, right? Took such a load. Like I could finally breathe. And that's what I kept saying, is I could finally breathe. And for the past, 5 years, I was both a classroom teacher and an online teacher, and I never got that space to really define what I wanted out of life, to travel, to spend more time with family, to deepen my relationship with my husband, to take the time out of my day to work on my own health. Now I can go for hour-long walks every single day, and that's made a huge difference in my health. I've been able to have like a good skincare routine, take care of myself, um, be able to go to the appointments, the doctor's appointments, my rheumatologist appointment. I've actually been able to go into remission with my rheumatoid arthritis. I've been able to, you guys, this is insane. I've been able to get my cycle back with PCOS, get my hormones in balance. Like, these are all the things that I've been able to do since not having to be on all the time, like boom, 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 20 million things that I have to do. And this is the power, you guys, of you deciding and me deciding. Thanks, Mrs. Jiggy. You're amazing. This is the power, you guys, of you deciding that can be me. And at the point that I was, you guys, I wasn't making that much in my coaching business in January. I was making $500 to $1,000 a month. That was it. That's like one client, you guys. One client. And basically, I was like, no, I put my foot down and I said, I can do this. I can do this. I can be that six-figure teacher. I can be that six-figure coach. I can be that person that travels the world. I can be that person that has enough time for her health. I can do it. There's nothing that separates me from the other person other than they just learned the skill. And I am a capable human being that can learn the skill, because you guys, making money online, it's a skill. It's a skill. Think of the other skills you have. Anyone here, put it in the chat. Anyone here a musician? Anyone here play the violin? Anyone here play the flute, right? Anyone here play tennis? Anyone here play soccer? These are all skills. You know how skills are hard to learn at first? When I first picked up the violin and started playing, I didn't know how to move the bow at the same time as I played with the fingers. I started with the fingers. I started with the fingers first. They got faster, they got better, then I put the bow. I actually taught violin online for 2.5 years, you guys. So I know how to teach the violin too. And it is one tough cookie to teach. Okay? But I would always have the kids start with the fingers. Gonna start with the fingers. We're gonna do that for a few lessons for a few weeks. Then we're gonna add the bow. And I'd do all these different games to make sure that they're engaged and activated. And finally, they could do it both. And by the end of, how many weeks was it together? The end of 8 weeks, I believe, together, they could play their first 3 songs. And I got really good at teaching them that skill. And they got really good. They got really good. And they didn't know how to pick the violin up. They didn't know how to hold the violin. They didn't know how to move their fingers. They didn't know how to move the bow. But by the end of the 8 weeks, you better bet they left the class with smiles. They were so proud of themselves. Their parents were proud of them. This is a skill, just like making money. Making money online, building your business online, building your following, your social media, building an audience that loves what you have to say. That's a skill. You're not going to start off like feeling comfortable doing a million things at once, right? Like with the violin, it's like you got to do both things at once. And also your posture has to be good. Like, that's going to be how it feels a little bit when you start your business. That's going to be how it feels a little bit when you start learning how to really make sales. And it's okay to feel that way. That's totally normal. But you need to know that it's doable, because you can literally learn every skill. You can learn how to bake. You can learn how to sew. You can learn how to play soccer. You can learn how to swim, right? It just takes that consistency. It takes that consistency. It takes putting the reps in, putting in the daily action, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the point is, it's doable. It's not just like one person is amazing and they're super confident and they're like, they're meant to be. No, anyone is capable of learning the skill of making money. So I went into my business in January of this year with that mindset. Anyone can learn how to do the skill. So let's go. Let's do it. Amen. Let's do it. Let's learn the skill. Let's go. Whoop whoop. And I'm not saying that it was a walk in the park, because it wasn't a walk in the park. Okay? At first, I felt like this. What am I doing? That's literally what I felt like. It wasn't a walk in the park. Even in my personal life, things weren't there. There was some things that happened that was messy, you guys, messy. But I still went all in and I still continued to learn the skill. So I guess my biggest point is that literally magic can happen. Magic, pure magic can happen when you decide to go for it. Magic, when you decide that you're capable of it. Magic, put magic in the chat. When you decide that you can transition out of the classroom and fully replace and surpass your classroom teaching salary this year, because you just have to learn the skill. That's it. Those people that are making six figures, those people that are making $1 million, they just learned a skill, you guys. In fact, I've been in some mentorship programs, they don't even know how to teach. You're probably better at the skill than them. Innately. Magic. Put it in the chat, you guys. Magic. Magic happened in March when I hit a 20K month. And you guys, this month alone is another 20K month. It might even be a 30K month. Might even be a 40K month. We have 5 days left, and I've already made 20K this month. Magic. That's half of my teaching salary. I might even make my full teaching salary, my full previous classroom teaching salary this month alone. Magic. Put in the chat. Magic, magic, magic. Magic happens not from the outside world, but from in here. It happens from the inside, from you having a belief in yourself and you going for it without having built up confidence first. You don't have to build up the confidence first. You don't have to know everything first. It's a skill. I hope this speaks to someone in this room today. This is magic, you guys. Some results that I've seen this year from going all in. I built a 6-figure business, number one. I've had 2 20K months. I've literally had a day, you've seen it on my TikTok, where I made 4K in one day. That was like a whole month of teaching 160 plus hours in the classroom live. And I made that in one day. Magic. I've been able to go visit my family so much more. You guys, I live apart from my family. They live in Minnesota. I live in Pennsylvania. And I've been able to visit them back and forth. They visit me. I visit them for like almost every month or every other month. Magic. Put in the chat, magic. I have had videos on TikTok bring in clients that pay me $3,000. A video on TikTok Magic. I have helped mothers stay home with their kids and build a profitable business, pulling in six figures, multi six figures, being able to cut down their online teaching hours and pay for their kids' private preschool. Magic. You get the point, right? The magic happens from in here. It's from when you decide you are worthy and capable of this life. It gets to be yours. It gets to be that good for you. But I can't decide that for you. I'm here to motivate you. I'm here to show you on the other side what your life can look like. I'm here to say, I was you. I was a classroom teacher. I was an online teacher. I was a new online coach struggling to sign on clients, struggling to sign on high ticket clients. I was you. I was you waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, 15 minutes workout, 15-minute shower, grab a coffee, go out the door, get to school. The principal wants to talk to you. The parents want to talk to you. The kids are misbehaving. I was you. I was you online teaching on Outschool, teaching back-to-back classes, neck hurts, computer staring all day, not able to like saying no to families and events that I just couldn't do, saying no to family time and events that I just couldn't do because if I canceled on Outschool, I would lose that income. I was you. That wasn't even long ago. I was you in January. My coaching business, I almost burnt it down to the ground. I was about ready to quit. And then in March, I rose up to the challenge and I had a 20K month just 8 weeks later. I was you. I'm not special. I'm not special. You know what I am? I'm determined. You know what I am? I know how to build a skill. I know when I need support. I know when to invest in mentorship. That's me. I'm not saying I have all good days. In fact, this was a hot mess Monday for me. Hot mess Monday. I left chicken out. I marinated the chicken. I left it out for over 2 hours and I'm like, shit, I can't eat this. Didn't get all the stuff I needed to get done in my business today, but I did get my non negotiables done, which is posting, selling, showing up here on YouTube live, and checking in with clients. And also, TikTok, if you're waiting for my DM, I'm going to send you a DM tonight or tomorrow. Okay? Because I know some of y'all are DMing me. I was you. I'm not special. In fact, I've struggled with mindset. I've struggled with feeling negative. I've struggled with comparing myself with others. I've struggled with all these things. There are days I wake up and I'm like feeling so insecure. That's me. This is not something just a bold person does. This is not something just someone who's the most creative person or best shiniest person in the room does. This is something normal people do, and I'm a normal person. I hope you know that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, and I really do want you to understand that you're no different. Okay? You're no different. No different. I want to offer some options for you to start or scale your online coaching business journey, online teaching business journey. When I mean online teaching, I mean an independent teaching business where you're not on a platform, an online coaching business that is Jennifer, it is near Philadelphia. Are you from Pennsylvania? I want to offer and extend some options for you so that you know when you are ready and if you feel like called to um get into deeper mentorship or support with me if you feel called, if you feel like we'd be aligned. And of course, always, oh, Pittsburgh, awesome. Always feel free to like DM me on Insta or DM me on TikTok, but just make sure that when I send you a friend request, that you hit yes, because if I send you a friend request, it just means I want to message you. If you don't hit yes, then it won't let me message you. So sometimes it happens a little better on Instagram, which is on my TikTok profile. And it's also at its.jennalee. So YouTube here, I think my Instagram handle and like link is below YouTube. So these are some options that you can start. If you are like super like, I don't even know how to start, go to the link in my bio on TikTok and YouTube. It should be below for my free challenge. This is a 3-day training, but it's actually like a course, you guys. It's so juicy. And basically, it takes you through figuring out who your audience should be, dream clients, how to message to them, creating an irresistible offer, to creating content that connects with your dream clients and draws them to your page and into your offers. And then let's say that you want to have this like group coaching program or one-to-one coaching program that you want to launch, or this course or membership. Always doing a launch. So it goes through a sold out launch. What a launch is it's just basically a runway. It's a runway that shows with your audience who you stand, what you stand for, what your expertise is on what you're selling, what you're actually selling, be it a course, membership, who it's for, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it positions you up to have a 5-figure month so that you can have consistent, stable income for the rest of 2023, 2024, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that is a good first starting step. The second step, if you already know who you want to serve, but you don't know what to post on TikTok and Instagram to grow an aligned dream hot audience base, that also how to sell to them and activate them to buy, then jump into the Limitless membership. The Limitless membership is for you. It gives you the exact daily strategies that I've used on Instagram and TikTok to build a 6-figure business. So I literally break down a whole course on Instagram, what to post there, how to respond in the DMs, how to get daily DMs, and so much more, along with TikTok, how to grow your TikTok to a massive following, that comments on your videos and that sends you DMs, right? And that converts into your offers. So I break down all of that and I give you lots and lots and lots of time saving content ideas that's going to help you to come up with the right content that will attract and take your, customers through a journey with you to build know, like, and trust, so that I can save you time. I'll give you actual content prompts, right? So that just means that you get, how I went from X to Y, different content prompts to use. Next month, on this coming month in 5 days in Limitless, we are going to do an IG stories challenge. Like, again, I treat my IG stories like it's its own independent app. And this is where 95% of my sales come from, especially if you're trying to sell out, let's say, something that's $1,000 or more. IG stories is the place. IG stories is where you need to be. Hey, YouTube, say hey if you're here. Hi, you guys. So IG stories is coming up very, very soon in October. So that one you're not going to want to miss. So Limitless is the next starting point. So first is the challenge. Second is Limitless. Third, you guys, is right now very, very special. If you are like this, you want to go all in. This year is going to be your 6-figure year. And I'm talking from September of this year to September of next year, 6-figure year. You want to post a piece of content that gets you 100 people interested in your offer, something I just did last week. You want to sell out a group coaching program or a one-to-one mentorship or coaching or membership. Hey, Patricia, that will literally set you up for 6 months to 12 months down the line of consistent 5K to 10K months. Stable. You want to be able to fully transition out of the classroom or off the online teaching platform, doing what you love. That's the most important thing. Doing and serving the people that you have the most passion for. You want this freedom. You want this life. Then you, my friend, are a perfect prime candidate for the Fearless Mastermind. So the Fearless Mastermind, the difference between Limitless, the membership, and the Fearless Mastermind is you are like, I am in your business. I am in your life every single day. I am helping you with content, plan content, post content to make sure to message to the right clients. I am helping you with sales. Are we getting consistent sales? Are we getting DMs every single day? Let's tweak it. Let's refine. Let's do this. I am helping you with creating these irresistible offers that you love first and foremost, that also get your peeps online to say, I am all in. Let's go. Heck yes. Heck yes. They're not going to say, I can't afford this. I can't do this right now. Like, we are going to get your peeps ready to buy. Because again, transaction equals what? Transformation. Okay, all in. If you are all in, you can put it in the comment below. All in. If you are all in for the six-figure business this year, the Fearless Mastermind is for you. And what a mastermind is as well is you also meet with a group of other teacherpreneurs that are all building these separate businesses from you that are six-figure, multi-six-figure businesses, so you can learn from them. You can ask them about their strategies. You can see what's working for them on a daily basis. That's what mastermind is. You mastermind with other people. Masterminds. So if you want to go all in and you want that type of consistency and support, and you know that you need the support to get to that next level of six figures this year, that one's for you. DM me on Instagram if you're interested in that. We have 4 more spots open. 4 more. There was 10. There was 10 open just a few days ago. There's 4 left. Holy smokes. I'm so excited. I am so excited. So that one, if you feel like this girl speaks to my heart, like, oh, I love her energy, like, let's do this, let's go, that one is for you. All right, let's go on with any questions you have. Again, DM me on Instagram. Sign up for the challenge. Go for it. Start your business. Get it going. Get it rolling. Patricia, do you have any questions? TikTok, do you have any questions? Let me know in the chat. This has been really amazing. Thank you guys for coming too. I know that it's not always easy taking time out of your day. Any questions? Feel free to put anything. Nothing is silly. Nothing is silly. Nothing is too basic, is what I'm trying to say. So if you're like, I want to talk about maybe the starting phases, how do I actually start? That's okay. You can ask a question like that. Or if you want to go deeper into how to sell or something like that, just let me know. Put in the chat if you have a question. All right. Okay. I assume we don't have questions. Oh, that's okay, Patricia. The focus was building a six-figure business, but it was also like I go through how I wanted to quit, and I talk about some challenges that came along and how I overcame the challenges. So it really is, though, the focus is really about building a six-figure business, how to sell online, how to attract your dream clients, how to create offers that sell, etc. How to create content. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm also TikTok. I'm going to Yeah, no worries, Patricia. I'm also TikTok. I'm going to do a series on how to build your six-figure coaching business on TikTok. Using your teaching skills. So if you no worries, Patricia. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Let me know. I'm going to do it a series on TikTok, so I'm super excited. All right. Well, you guys, it's been a blast. Again, I'd love to connect with you more. I'm sure we'll connect on TikTok and Instagram and all that jazz. And I hope you have a blessed rest of your week, an amazing rest of your night. Thank you so much again for coming. If you wanted to TikTok watch the replay of this live, you can go to my YouTube channel. You can just search up Jenna Lee. Online teacher is probably what will pop up because I'm like an out school queen on YouTube. So, all right, you guys. Well, I will talk to you later. Bye bye, Patricia. Bye, YouTube fam. Bye, TikTok fam. See you in the next one.